How do you cope with dizziness when suffering with anxiety?
Are you listening? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Dizziness is the one symptom or sensation or product of anxiety that still drives me insane. If you haven't already, please just click the subscribe button. Like this video. Let's aim for like 40 likes. I don't think we've had 40 likes on any of the question videos yet. Let's aim for 40 likes on this video. It's not going to happen, is it? Maybe? So how the hell do you cope with dizziness when it strikes? I guess for me, like, there's two types of dizziness that I experience with my anxiety. So I'll quickly run you through them. The first type being like when I'm out and about, maybe if because I go for a walk now around the local castle grounds in my area, go for a nice walk in the evening, it's peaceful, the birds are singing, the squirrels are running around, and it's picturesque and it's nice. But I do notice that if I'm walking and I turn my head too quickly or anything like that, I get this motion of dizziness, an unsteady feeling, like off balance. I don't know if it's because I'm so tense when I'm walking and it's like any kind of movement is really amplified, or it's just because, I don't know, I don't move often enough. That's probably what it is. But the other type of dizziness that I experience is vertigo, and that's a completely different sensation to the dizziness that I experience with anxiety usually. So I've had like 3 or 4 vertigo attacks, and that is horrific. When it's vertigo, you know that it's freaking vertigo. So how do I cope with both of them? I suppose I'm going to have to break it down to both because they're so different. The first, like being out and about or feeling dizzy or feeling off balance, I get that when I'm at home as well, on occasion. So I can just be sitting watching TV and I'll maybe move, I don't know, reach over to grab a cup of tea or whatever, and I'll feel dizzy. The way that I deal with that is there's 2 things that I do in response to that. Number one, depending on how I feel, number one would be just forget it. Like, it doesn't matter. I'll just sit and like, okay, I felt a bit dizzy then. Depending on how I'm feeling, like if I'm feeling positive, confident, maybe a bit upbeat, then I'll just ride it out. I'll just be like, okay, had a bit of a dizzy wobble, whatever, nothing to it. Sometimes when I'm feeling like particularly anxious maybe, or uptight, or just drained from the day, and I have those dizzy feelings, that's when I'll get up and I'll challenge the dizziness. I'll be like, in my own head, like, let's see how dizzy I really am. Like, can I still get up and walk around? How bad does it feel? Let's bend over, pick something up off the floor. Let's stand and do some washing up, or make a drink, or go upstairs, I don't know, tidy the bedroom or whatever. Just do something to challenge exactly how dizzy I am feeling. Like, is this a real bad dizziness? Like, am I going to fall over? 9 times out of 10, in fact 10 times out of 10, that I challenge the dizziness when it comes on. I'm on about like the off balance, lightheaded sort of dizziness, just a quick sensation. Then that never turns out as bad as you think it's going to be. For me, that's what happens. So that's what I'll do. I'll either just sit with it and just like, screw you, you're not bothering me today, or I'll get up and I'll challenge it and I'll prove to myself that I'm not really that dizzy. However, on the rare occasion that vertigo strikes, there is nothing that I can do to cope. There is no thought process that I have that can eliminate that feeling. So the most recent vertigo spell that I had, I can't even remember when it was, maybe earlier this year, January, February time. I was laying on my sofa, I got up and I felt all kinds of crazy dizziness, like proper motion dizziness, spinning dizziness. Like my vision was like I was in a washing machine. Shit was tumbling and it was horrific. So I guess I did do something. I managed to get myself upstairs, lay on my bed for like half an hour, and then I did the Epley maneuver, which you may be familiar with, you may not. If you're not, just search it on YouTube. There is so many videos of people performing the Epley maneuver. It's something to do with the crystals in your ear or something, I don't freaking know. But it kind of worked, and it allowed me to just, like, I stayed in bed for I think the whole day that it happened. But the next day I was up and I was about, and from that moment I had anxiety about that returning. And that's been an issue with me for a long, long time. After I've experienced vertigo, I have anxiety for days, like just waiting for it to happen again. And it doesn't usually, but there has been an occasion where I spent a week in bed because of vertigo. Like every time I moved my head, I was feeling the dizziness sensation. It was horrific. But I will say, like, if it's vertigo, then you know that it's vertigo. And the best, I guess, solution for that is to try maybe the Epley maneuver, or get somebody to help you perform the Epley maneuver, a professional preferably, unless you feel brave enough to do it yourself. But it's horrific, but it did definitely help. So how do I deal with dizziness? How do you cope? How do I cope with dizziness? As I say, I either challenge it. If I'm feeling particularly scared by it, I say scared. Yeah, if it creates a reaction in me, if the dizziness sensation creates a reaction from me, a negative reaction, then I will challenge it. On the odd occasion where I'm feeling particularly brave, I'll just sit with it and just like, yeah, whatever. But that's how I deal with it. Just like, it's there, it happens. I try not to focus on it. I try not to worry about it. I don't add scary thoughts about what if this is something more sinister. That's like, eliminate that straight away. So yeah, that's how I cope with dizziness. Thanks for watching.